Hey everybody, we coming.
Even though, child, don't need to be no damn rush. Hey y'all, what's good? Welcome into our Sistas Keeper, the live Sistas after show. This is gonna be, I think, quick video talking about season 6, episode
Yeah.
17, Tyler Perry Sistas. It's your good sis you love to talk TV with, and the incomparable.
Allie meant giving it to you when I give it to you, but always in the nick of time.
Period. And yeah, we're here.
That we are. We are here. We are in
We's
the place to
here.
be.
Um, what y'all think? How y'all feeling? What's really going on? What's good? You know, update a
Really?
sister. Okay, Ellie, what was you talking about up season 7 before we about to
Oh well,
go on in?
I heard or read somewhere that season 7 is supposed to premiere like the first or second week of January, and I was like, dang, that came back fast. That's not a long break because I think the last episode for this season is what, the 29th or something, 27th, something like that.
Child, Tyler and it. I mean, he did the same thing last year, so I can't even really complain for real, for real. Hold on, y'all. I think y'all got an echo. Give me one second.
Hey, I'm excited. Hell, the quicker we can get to season 7, the happier I will be when it comes to sisters.
I feel that, but I kind of want a
I'm
break.
here for it. I'm here for it.
Ali, you want to shout out who's in the chat while I get something straight real quick?
Yeah. See. What's up, Emma Johnson, Erica James, Kimberly Felder, Tyshawn Rock. Hope I said your name right. DNC Greatness. Sorry P. Natalie Rose. I hope I'm saying your name right. Shakana.
Is audio back, y'all?
Can you guys hear us?
I think we good, Ellie. Oh wait,
Huh?
I think we good.
Okay.
Okay.
And, all right.
Not the live bringing the damn drama because the episode sure did not.
It didn't. It didn't. And
Y'all,
can we go on record and say for everybody who got something to say, we saw Fatima take multiple drinks on tonight's episode. So Erica, I gotta ride with you. Ain't no baby. Cause mama took a couple sips.
I wasn't even paying attention to it. I lost track. So y'all gonna have to keep the drink counter going because I wasn't even preoccupied with that. I was preoccupied with the fact that we told Andy 2 episodes ago how no pregnant woman acts like that. Is she bipolar? Do you want to get her checked? But we sit across from Zach and we say, well, my cousin had, gone through a lot of hormones and whatnot.
And cried at a tampon commercial. Yeah. Oh, Fatima was capping
But
big in this episode.
everybody who has smoked for me, kiss my ass. Okay? Y'all said I was on Fatima too heavy. Y'all said that I was pointing out useless stuff. It's a problem. How she perpetuates the relationship or the situation between her and Karen when it comes to her and Andy is a problem. And she ain't consistent for the 11th time. I said
Okay.
what I said, okay?
Okay. I'm with you. I'm with you.
She stood across from Zach talking about she just had all the grace in the world for Karen. But then when I say that, where the hell is that at when she talking to Andy? Y'all want to fillet me. Y'all want to batter me up with some egg and throw me in some flour and fry my ass.
They do.
She played it like, oh, Karen is finally getting it. And it's just, yeah, it's so cool. Like, it's chill. It's chill. But to Andy, you want to have a girl committed.
Okay. And asking if something wrong with her. No, I know no pregnant woman. I said Fatima. But you know what's so interesting?
But pregnant women don't act like that. Now she got a cousin that act like that. You always got some cousin, honey. It's always a cousin.
They act like that. I do find it interesting because I know you would say something. You would say things along the lines of how Tyler is basically in a way destroying Fatima's character. And I was like, I don't know if I agree with that sentiment in the sense of how you was using it. But this episode really made me say, you know what? I'm in total agreement with Erica on this because it's the way that Tyler has Fatima talking out of both sides of her neck. Like both sides of your mouth. You say one thing to a certain person, something totally different. Now, I always said she was lying like big cap, but it was so much cap in this episode, it didn't make no sense. It didn't make no sense.
Y'all better come get y'all's fave and she in a chicken sandwich, okay? Because I don't know what we're watching, honestly. And I feel like I have been saying this, but this episode became like the epitome of it for me. I honestly, like, if I'm going to be 100% transparent, y'all, I halfway watched it because I was on TikTok the entire episode. I'm not even going to hold you. I let it play. I caught in for a couple of tanks, but the specifics, they escaped me because it was feeling like nothing actually was happening. It was a whole bunch of talking about not a goddamn thing. Nothing that I needed. So I didn't pick up on the drinks like you said, so there we go. She ain't pregnant. I already said that. I definitely picked up on how it was real cool, cute and cool for Karen with her, but then when she get back into the office, Karen gonna be a whole bunch of unfit parents and bitches and whatnot. Okay, cool. To like go to the conversation that you're saying or the point that you're talking about in reference to assassinating her character, Is she never
Yes.
planning to go back to law school because the lawyer told you not to go take this kid and you just want to do it just for the hell of it? Why ain't got nothing else to do? The steak is already cooked. Let's ride. For what?
For what? For what? And then when she made that statement and Zach was like, so, yeah, let's go get him. Then the judge gonna, get us with kidnapping. Oh, I ain't think that far ahead. I'm
It's
sorry,
like,
excuse
so
me?
so when did you stop thinking?
When, seriously. Seriously. Like, excuse me, ma'am?
Y'all, when did
I
your
said
fave
no.
stop thinking?
But to answer your question, sis, no, she ain't never going back to school.
She must
She's
not be.
never,
She's giving up on it. Apparently, she ain't gonna
she
practice
never
it.
going
She's
back
not
to
gonna
class.
get no little hours in with her little paralegal position because she's still gonna be a criminal at every turn for whatever reason. What I do not want, Tyler, is for you to my son me to death when we spent an entire season of him avoiding that little boy only so that he could work out the financial situation before even seeing this boy. And now all of a sudden it's my son, my son, my son. This is not losing Isaiah, and you are not Halle Berry. Relax.
Now, I would love to see DeVal pull off a Halle Berry performance like she did in Losing Isaiah.
There has to be some background there, Allie. There has to be
It,
some
well,
build
it does.
up.
I'm just saying. One of the things that get me about the character of Zach, he cries a lot, but rarely do we see tears. So, what I'm saying is,
Now
if
he's
we get
giving
a,
Karen and not the
is
black
get,
one.
oh, you okay? So we on the same page. So if we could get a performance like Halle Berry in Losing Isaiah, baby, Halle Berry cried so much. I said that woman should have got everything.
But
I think
even
she
with
said she
that,
actually
it's more than the performative, that's my son, I deserve to have him. We're not even seeing them build an
correct.
actual relationship, a connection, a nothing. Like, okay, it's your blood, but what else is having you go this hard and need this expedited immediately? And I don't know, quiet as kept, because yes, I was on TikTok, but I did hear the lawyer say there has been no wellness reports.
Zero.
What did Erica tell
Zero.
y'all 5 videos ago?
Zero.
That we can't necessarily trust the neighbor that's sticking her head out the damn window and judging Zach and Fatima on the damn street because she ain't got nothing else better to do.
And you know what's so interesting also? No welfare, nothing has been called. And then Fatima says, oh, but we have a witness. Oh, ma'am, that's the same witness who heard somebody fire off a gun. She knows either you or Zach. And had your little thug hoodlums go up in that apartment 8 deep. So yeah, get her as a witness. So she could tell on y'all too.
But like, get her as a witness because the only thing apparently she gonna be able to witness to is your criminal activity because she didn't follow
Absolutely.
wellness reports that she said that she filed. So how
Absolutely.
you gonna get a witness for reports in situations that she said that she actually called on that she never called on, but she gonna be a witness for y'all? When she said she didn't think about that, she wasn't thinking the entire episode. Couldn't be. Couldn't possibly be.
Said
Because your witness is the one who's supposed to file all the reports. Ain't a report in
absolutely.
sight, Fatima. How is she gonna witness, honey? How she gonna do it?
The way this is going, Fatima couldn't even notarize a piece of paper for me. Because I'm like, this episode, like, I've stated, I felt that Fatima, when she would talk to Zach, I felt that she would give him great advice on what to do, how to go through things, how to stay on the up and up. The past couple episodes, but this one here takes the cake. I said something ain't clicking, something ain't right. The things that Fatima stated in this episode alone, she'd rather go through hell with Zach than to be lonely and be by herself. So why are you with him? Because I thought the lady that came in and talked to her and Andy really made an impact on Fatima.
Child.
But obviously not. You don't want to be alone and lonely. So that's why you with Zach?
Wait, she said that?
Yes, she said I would rather go through hell with Zach than to be alone and
Who
lonely.
she said that to?
Andy. She also
Oh,
told
I
because Andy
totally
was
tuned out
like,
there. I totally tuned.
well,
I didn't hear a damn word that
that
they
scene
said.
there, Sis, that scene there, because Andy was like, because Andy was playing games with the whole
That's when
Jordan
I tuned
situation.
out. When she was so
And
concerned the boy
baby,
ain't call her, I said, I'm not doing this
no,
with them. I don't give a damn about
I
either one of
love
these
it.
hoes.
And that scene really brought out the chicken head of it all. Because Andy was like, we should play like a little game. We should play games. And Fatima was like, no, me and Zach don't play games. Like we don't play games. We on the up and up. We don't do that. And this made our relationship so
Anymore?
much better. I said, what?
Anymore?
Baby girl, you just
Baby
3 weeks,
girl.
3 weeks ago, 3 days ago in Sisters World, were you not taking surveillance from the little coffee shop that Karen and Zach was at? You don't play games,
Did you not just walk in the door and say, "Oh, did Karen cook this food?" Because you was
but you
giving
don't
him a
play
chance to
games.
tell you? How is that
I
giving
said
him a
no.
chance to tell?
But when
That
she
is
said
wild,
that,
Ellie. The fact that I tuned out that whole entire conversation, but the takeaway that I got from Fatima this whole episode was like, damn, she really do not want to be alone. This girl, like, not knocking anything that happened with Ian because he was shit. Okay, cool. He wasn't right.
correct.
Okay, cool. However, there could definitely be things on both ends. I personally feel like Ian might have been a little bit more equally yoked with her, and now she made sure that she was going to have a partner by finding someone who is so dependent on her that he has no other choice but her. And that to me, like, I didn't think I could hit new lows of like, damn, Fatima, like something is wrong with you, girl. Like, you this desperate. But I literally walked away from this episode like she literally picked Zach because he's so below her that where the hell else he gonna go? And she has full control. And she can operate either at her best or her worst, and he's still beneath her.
And it wouldn't matter. Absolutely.
And I didn't even hear that conversation with her and Andy. I swear to God, I did.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
reposting
girl.
Free Palestine.
But yeah, girl, that's what she said. I said, what? Now I'm gonna tell you my
Wow.
reason. You was on TikTok when Sister was playing. I literally be in my bed, lights off. I don't get up to after the episode because I'm like, I just can't. I listen, but I be girl. But yeah, when she said that, I said, wow,
Dang.
wow,
And
okay.
and 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 that's y'all's goals. That's what, yeah. I mean,
I might as well stick with that because I
quiet
don't
as
want to be by
kept.
myself.
Quiet as kept. And this is the one of the drawing factors for me with Karen is because I lived it. I can't even shade Fatima too much because I've already gone through this particular stage in my life. I think all of the like disappointment that I have right now is for her to be so much older than when I experienced that. So now I'm like having some like dissonance and like, girl, how is that how you think right now? Because I could not imagine that being my mindset now. Like how?
Yeah, I think the reason that I will shade Fatima, is because it's the it's the what word can I use? It's kind of like the aura that she has when it comes to her relationship with Zach.
Mm,
Like it really ain't that the way that she make it out to be. Because what you and how you stated it, the reason why it's like this is why she chose Zach. Because the first time they went to dinner and she was like, I just see so much potential in you. No, you did not. You didn't even know this man. You hit him with your car and dropped him off at the hotel that his ex-girl was at, and then you bailed him out of jail for $5,000. What potential? Everything you saw with Zach said, don't go, do not enter, turn around, wrong way. Everything was giving you cautionary signs, sis. So what potential other than maybe you saw a dick print, there was nothing that Zach did or exuded that showed potential. So thinking about what you just said about the reasoning as to why she possibly chose him, it makes all the sense in the world. All the sense in
child.
the world. It does. And I wanted to punch Andy in her throat because I said, why does Karen name have to come up every time you and Fatima have a
Wait, so
conversation.
they talked about Karen too? I yes, y'all. I am ill prepared for
Andy
this
asked
live, but I'm
her,
here.
you know,
Okay.
since Zach on the up and up and their relationship so good. So how do you feel about Karen, the baby, and the toddler? Because that's drama.
Damn, now I'm gonna have to go
Look,
back and rewatch it because clearly they just said it
keep
wasn't
Karen name
scary.
out your mouth when you talking with
Please keep
Fatima.
Karen name out your mouth. If Fatima didn't bring her up, then you damn sure don't need to bring her up.
Thank you. Thank you.
I,
I
I
said
can't
I
believe I
can't.
literally did not listen to them hoes. I don't remember none of it.
Yeah, that was something. That was something. I was
Now I'm
like,
at the level where I cut off when I see them two in the scene together. I can't do
yeah.
it. I can't do Andy and Fatima. I can't. It's too
And
fake.
Tyler. And I know that season 7 is already done, but this is just a PSA. Stop putting Karen and Zach in scenes together where they're nice to each other.
Why,
Because
Ellie?
stop doing it. Stop doing it.
I ain't gonna hold you. I get
I
why,
don't
but then I'm
want them
also just
together.
like, it's the best shit of the damn
I don't
show.
want them together. But when Zach is with Karen by himself, there is a softness that that character has towards her. It is so evident, and I'm like, stop putting them together because I mean, hell, Deval and Ebony, they have amazing chemistry. Just stop putting them in the same scene, and then gonna put that little nice sentimental music playing in the background. I'm like, who scored this scene? Y'all did a great job, but stop it. It was
There's a
given
softness
feel.
to him. There's a softness to her. There's redeemability with him, and I don't see that. I don't see that anymore with him and Fatima. Like with Fatima in those scenes, like I feel like it just brings up the worst for him. He's enabled to just stay this immature ass man. And that's not how their relationship started. I think she enabled him, but it was less about like I feel like he was a little bit more ambitious when they first got together. But like when you see him and Karen and they're actually like cool, it's like not even just in the dialogue because the dialogue still has a lot of work that could be done, but it's
Yeah.
like in the air, it's in their eyes, it's in like the cadence of their voice. So yeah, stop doing it. But then also, Ellie, it's some of the best scenes in the whole damn series when it
It is.
happens.
It is. It is. It is.
Like in the scene tonight with him and Karen, him taking pause before asking her, or like she was able to give him to answer the question without him even needing to ask. It just shows parts of Zach's personality that you want to be a little bit more prevalent, but are not on display when he's interacting with Fatima or navigating through life with Fatima. And
True.
y'all might not want to see it, but it is there. He not to say that he's a great guy because he's not, but there for me there's hope I see for Zach in these moments versus watching him spend entirely too much time, entirely too much dialogue in Hayden and Tamara's face, dapping up Fatima, trying to steal my like all of these things are just like this is so childish and petty. Why are you expending this energy? You have a paternity suit, a baby on the way, a company you to figure out what to do with because you no longer want to be partners with this person anymore. You still trying to drag this girl down the aisle. You got plenty of things to focus on, but you got time to be petty to these randos.
Right.
I don't know. Do y'all see it? Let us know if y'all see it. Erica James says I hate their scenes.
Well, and I already know who you talking about, Erica. I already know what scenes you hate. Let's see what they saying.
It's literally me like not paying attention half of this damn episode.
Didn't like how Tyler made it seem like Fatima would be sad, alone, and not in a relationship.
When did he make it seem like that? I'm sorry, y'all. If I'm making everybody go back and say stuff because I didn't do my homework.
Oh, and someone said, according to Crystal's most recent interview, people are alluding to the fact the Val and Crystal's on-screen chemistry is different than before because people were attacking Crystal in earlier seasons. They were attacking her in what way? Journey with CC.
Yeah, I need clarity on that because
Yeah.
so it changed how Crystal brought came to the character. Like that's a conversation to have with Tyler. If that's the case, y'all got to figure that out of how you work with the writers and the directors to make you most comfortable and keep the character flowing in the direction that it was going in. We on about face. I don't know. I'm like low key getting turned off of like listening to their interviews because I think they try to make sense of some things that just don't make sense.
I don't even really listen to, like, I follow Crystal. I don't really listen to her stuff like that. And I haven't really listened to anything they've done probably in the last year. Other than the vows, the clip that's going around with him talking about season 7.
Wait, Angel. So how did he make it seem like Fatima would be sad and alone and not in a relationship?
People admit it, but Zach and Karen still has chemistry of a relationship.
Hello.
It's there. It's undeniable, honestly. It really is.
Jay Tucker, that's what I'm saying. Everybody was happy for Fatima. They started hating Karen. I don't know how she started getting backlash. She the first one out of the whole cast to get 1 million followers on Instagram, and everybody was celebrating that. And like, I
Yeah,
did
I ain't
not
know.
see
That's what I
her
was
be
like.
dragged at all.
Oh, people were attacking her bond with DeVal because of Kadeen.
Mm, I ain't see that, child.
Listen, you know what I've seen? I've seen some disrespectful comments where people were saying they wish that DeVal and Crystal were together in real
Like,
life. I've seen
yeah,
things like that where I feel like they've disrespected Kadeen. But I also know that Crystal is the godmother of their youngest son.
yeah,
So I
and
know
her
that
and
there
Kadeen are like
is a,
BFFs now.
yeah, they're like super, super cool. And I think people really cannot separate acting from reality. It's a I mean, they've had some risque moments, but I think that also too, and I've mentioned this before in my reviews. I felt like Tyler was very intentional about making their dynamics so sexually driven
Mm-hmm.
and sexually heightened that he put so much of an emphasis on it throughout. Like when they first started, it was a lot, and now you're kind of seeing the ups and downs of a relationship. But I think that it's almost like they were watching two homies.
Mm.
Like it's almost like that. Like I don't know. I never really, for me, I never really bought into like, oh my god, their chemistry is just so amazing. I never was that person, but I just felt
Their
like
sexual chemistry was. Their sex
the
scenes were hot.
sexual chemistry was, and that's what
Yeah,
we
and
saw
the
a lot
aesthetic, the
of.
little light skin aesthetic, is always gonna sell because
Yeah,
this is America. So
correct, correct. But like
it
other
ain't
than
my
like,
forte, but I get it. Y'all just buy
yeah,
it. So I ain't gonna
yeah,
act like it's not a thing that is already socially acceptable for everybody else. I
correct,
can see that.
yeah. But like to say the chemistry is like okay, they look good together. But the chemistry, and I think even watching DeVal and Ebony play in Tough Love, where they were like, he was the brother of her best friend. Their chem, like they played it well. Like whatever their dynamic is, they played those characters very well. Because watching them in that series and then watching them as Zach and Karen, it is they sell it. Like they literally truly still sell it, even though they're not together.
And if y'all did
Oh,
ruin it for her, then that's on y'all. We done told y'all to
yeah.
chill. Angel said when Andy and Fatima were talking and was like, "It's better to be with him than be alone, be lonely and alone." Oh, okay. So that's what you're saying. He made it seem like she would be alone without a relationship. Honestly, and I'm speaking with no knowledge of this conversation ever happening, but I'm gonna speak. I feel like that should be the biggest red flag for the Fatima character thus far in the
Yes.
series, because if that is really how you feel, this relationship was never going to save you. It's never going to save you. If you cannot find it in your heart, in your mind, in your soul to be able to stand on your own and have value in that, it does not matter how many of Zach's 9 lives you save. It don't matter how many of Zach's kids you take care of. It don't matter how many batches of dry ass rice you cook or how many best friends you bust a cap in asses. You are never going to be actually happy. And if y'all love Fatima like you say you do, you would root for her to go on a solo journey, honey, and find herself.
But
But
that
that's none of
rice
my
took me out.
business.
That rice took me
I
out,
might let the rice go next week.
baby.
That rice was dry as hell.
But I'm with you. I'm with you when you're right, and I'm with you. I'm with you
It's giving
all the
red
way.
flag,
That
y'all.
that was something, and I thought the moment she said that, I instantly went back to the conversation that her and Andy had with that older lady that came in with the divorce, and who that was inquiring about a divorce. And Fatima was like, Andy, why are we doing this? Why are we with these men? Why are we? And it's like that's the same question, because basically what this woman was saying, you have not gravitated onto that narrative. I would rather go through hell, deal with the different baby mamas, deal with the drama, than not to have. I'd rather deal with this than not have anybody. And that is a serious reality to live out. And it's sad. And sadly that a lot of people do feel that way. But I think hearing that on screen, I was just like, damn. Wow, Fatima. That's something. And then Andy was like, oh, Zach got a real one. A real what? She basically just
A
said
real
she will, but
dummy.
she don't want to be by herself. A real, what you
A
said?
real dummy. A real
Something.
fool.
That word is floating up there. It's floating.
A real woman that's willing to sacrifice her entire life for his goof troop,
Seriously.
if you will.
It's always big goof troop. It's
like,
goof troop.
like
Goof
what?
troop.
And it's
Yeah.
still wild to me that I'm at this place now where I have now called Fatima dumb and a bird. I would have never guessed that I would be using those words to describe Miss Mamas, but could quack like a
Well, I
duck.
didn't use those exact words, but I've been calling her some things since the very beginning. Oh my
I
god! But
just
it's
can't
so
wait to
sad
see.
though. It's sad. It's sad though. It's sad. I think that was hard to hear. That was hard to hear.
It's probably
And
gonna
then she
sit in my
talking to
head.
dummy Andy. Oh, Zach got a real one. I'm like, you can't even. This is the wrong person. She can't give you any type of wisdom. Because we see what kind of situation she in. Fatima literally had to answer Andy's phone for her to go out with Jordan. And I'm like, what is your problem? You acted as if you was hurt because what's his name?
I don't
Who the
know.
one that liked Sabrina?
Oh, Rich.
Cash, Rich, Rich.
Cash.
Girl, I can't remember that man.
What's his
Talk
name?
with my God,
Cash.
with
Dollar
money,
Bill.
Rich. And dollar bill, dollar bill, y'all. It was one of them. But Rich had already texted Sabrina. Jordan hadn't called Andy, hadn't texted Andy, so she's in her feelings, got an attitude. So now when he's calling you, you don't want to answer your phone. Tell me something you playing hard to get. This is just me personally. I'm not putting such high expectations on somebody who I just met and only had one date with. And we've already made plans for the next night. Why does he need to call me?
Why? Why,
What
Tyler?
is going on? And everybody made a big deal out of it. Sabrina made a big deal out of it. Danny made a big deal out of it. Like, I'm like, are we 17? What are we talking about?
We're definitely 17.
Said, baby, I can't.
And
That's right. Thank you.
Tony didn't call you because he popped up on your ass at work and caused a confrontation with your committed relationship, Daniela.
Girl, can we talk about that? Can we talk about that?
I don't have nothing to say about this damn episode, but just being able to converse with Allie and Kiki with y'all is bringing all these reactions out. Because I literally sat down here like, I don't know what y'all want me to say. It's giving a big bag of nothing. And Daniela is the queen of it.
She's the queen of it. Obviously, I said, well, dang, how long was Preston actually overhearing this conversation? Because he basically heard everything. He knew that Tony was the dude she was out with the previous night. Like, and I think because he knows Danny's behaviors, he already knew something was off.
Yep.
And then to say, oh, I was coming to surprise you to put something in your car. I don't believe you, Preston. I'm sorry. I don't believe you.
I think I was so bored that I stopped paying attention to the people on screen, and I just want to know why the hell was Daniela's car double parked in the center of the parking lot.
I thought about that too. This was just...
Tyler Perry, why is her car double parked in the center of the parking lot at the airport?
It was something. For the same reason Tony is driving the kidnapper van with a briefcase. What do you do at the airport? What do you do?
Stalk.
Girl, he's just a mess. Like, and I said this in my review. I don't necessarily think that Tony is a bad guy. It was just the way he was presented to us. It was a total turnoff. And like, you know too much of this girl's business. And even I can't remember what he said.
He don't know how to mind his
business. Think so?
He's going after a woman who's in a committed relationship versus being her friend and giving her time to figure it out.
Yeah.
I'll say that you're a bad guy. You got Fatima. You didn't have Fatima this whole time. I'll stand 10 toes on Big Doofus's neck this entire time because no, you are giving stranger danger at its finest. You have a kidnapped, unalive women van and you're a stalker. We'll pass. We don't give a damn how good you look. We'll pass, sir. You got smoke for Preston like he did something to you. It's his girlfriend. Like, what?
It's his girlfriend.
This is not the medieval times y'all are not about to duel, dummy. Over Danielle.
Yeah.
I'll stand here. You know what? I'll wait and I'll watch you.
Yeah, I'll watch.
Boy,
what you do? Thank you, Velma. Yes, how is it that all them divorced? Y'all supposed to be such good guys, such great men, so all the women trash. They just y'all got divorced for no reason.
Where the ex-wives at? They gotta tell me that y'all good people because y'all vouching for each other. It's not helping me.
Based on, and I had to go back and rewatch your 2 videos you did with all these 50 new characters for season 7. You got about 5,000 of them. I had to go back and rewatch it. It seemed like the only ex-wife we gonna meet is Tony's. Like they supposed to have a run-in with Danny. But I'm like, other than that, I need to find these other 2 ex-wives as well. Because they coming off as, we're the cream of the crop.
Cream of
as they said in
Is the crop rotten?
As D.L. Hughley character told Bill Bellamy character in the movie The Brothers. No, that was Shamar Moore. He said, we the cream of the crop. You the rotten sticky shit at the bottom of the barrel. That's what I think they are. I'm like, so
Exactly. Ellie, I gotta send this to you because I found this last week, but then I got distracted. But I know that you're not covering it, but I got the characters for season 3 of Fatima.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I have the
somebody sent me something. I saw was that Zach is supposed to commit murder. I said, what the hell?
Girl, he going back to jail. I actually posted about it. I did a
YouTube you did?
Short. Well, I did a YouTube short to tell people to go and audition because they were casting last week.
Oh, I did see that.
this weekend. Next week, Monday.
Okay.
They go into filming on Monday. I was actually going to audition for the long lost Fatima best friend character, but I was just like, no, I don't like the show. There was one though that I would have done. I'll tell you which one it is when I send you the list of all the characters.
Okay. Okay. What's up, Wente Talk?
Hey
Now,
boo.
if anybody watches Huntsville, what is it called? Love and Marriage Huntsville. Wente Talk. Make sure y'all subscribe to her channel. I'm gonna watch the show. I haven't watched it in season 1, but let me tell you, baby, Wente Talk. When I tell you she on it, I say have me rolling.
I love
Speak
it.
nothing but the facts and truth. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to her channel on YouTube. Wente Talk is Wente Talk your YouTube handle? I think it is, because baby, I be catching them lies. When I tell you I get my entire life, I get my entire
Yes.
life.
Yes. Um. Yeah, y'all. Zach supposedly commits murder next season of
Yeah.
Fatima. Tyler gonna try to make me
I,
watch the
I,
season, but I'm
I,
still out right now. As of right now, I'm still out. I'm gonna give y'all all the information that I got, but I'm out. Anyway, back to this episode. Daniela, you're simple. You gaslighting Preston. You continue to gaslight Preston. So at this point, I don't want to hear you say shit about what he do or don't do in y'all's relationship.
ever, ever. Then this what got me too. When she was talking to Sabrina on the phone, she downplayed the relationship because it was like Sabrina was like, "Oh, y'all together? I mean, we trying to figure it out." I said, "Y'all trying what?
Girl, didn't you just have girlfriend energy yesterday?
Who's giving girlfriend energy?
Weren't you
And we're
committed
committed.
yesterday?
We're committed.
That's
I'm
the
giving
biggest
girlfriend
thing for
energy."
me. Like, my problem is Tyler. Like, it's cool if Danny not gonna be with Preston. I don't think she should be with Preston anyway, because no weak ass man is gonna give me no ultimatum and he gonna marry some other hoe, because I'm gonna be right there pushing you down the aisle with that bitch. I don't care that much. Like, you are never going to trap me into marrying you. This was already a dud and a done deal for that alone. But if she is having second thoughts, cool, but give us the development of that. Give us a non-stalker man who is actually a stand-up individual who allows for this thought to enter her mind of like, Preston isn't the only kind of good guy that is checking for me. That's a great story arc for a character who was started the series running after that didn't want to talk to her, that played out of her in a grocery store. And now she has acquired a man who she thinks is a good man and she's going to settle for. But then another good man comes and it's like, oh, wait, I still have options. It's not over for me. Have that conversation with us. Because there's women who going to feel that. That's women who's going through that right now. Why are you playing in our faces, acting like it's okay for Daniela to be, oh, I'm committed, girlfriend energy, 1 minute, and then 2 hours later, she's shucking and jiving with a rose in her hair, trying to sneak in the bathroom to text a stalker. Tyler.
Then he makes the statement, once now that I've committed to Preston, it's like this new guy comes along who's like seemingly perfect. See, you think
What
Tony?
about him is perfect, honey, besides
What?
his height? Maybe his
Nothing.
skin color. Is his teeth real straight? I can't tell because I can't stand looking at his ass.
They are. I like looking at them.
He got
They
long
are.
teeth and he got really brown skin and he tall. What else,
Nice
Daniela?
body. Nice body.
Nice body. I can't tell that because he keep wearing these Steve Harvey suits. I can't tell.
Baby, he thick. He thickity thick.
I mean, he's solid, but I can't tell what's under there. It could be like he could have a whole girdle on under there.
Girl, girdle, he fine with it.
Listen here,
Go
Ellie.
ahead, Tony.
Listen here.
Tony,
The man has a stalker van. He will
you're
abduct you now.
great.
You will end up in the Everglades.
Yeah,
Why
but
are you
ain't
doing
nothing
this?
perfect. Ain't nothing perfect about him. Ain't nothing perfect about him. No.
I'm
No.
sorry. Go ahead. She says he's perfect.
Yeah, in her mind, he's this perfect guy. And Sabrina's like, you need to talk to him. Oh, I am. But then, of course, Danny does what she does best, and she avoids. She avoids. So that's gonna be interesting.
Velma says, do y'all think that that Zach is going to help Karen when he finds out she's working out of her apartment?
Feeling. I want her working out of her apartment, but honestly, I don't think he would have an issue rewriting that check because what he told Aaron, if Karen needs more, tell her to holler at me. Karen, go holler at him. I personally wouldn't have ripped the check up. That's just me. I wouldn't have done it. But I'm gonna say at this point in time, I would prefer that Karen gets the money from Zach than Andy.
Me too.
That's where I'm at with it.
Okay, so y'all go with me, okay? Because
Okay.
while we are not on the train of like Zach and Karen coming back around, I am still trying to make sure I move through Tyler Perry universe very mindful, keeping my head on the swivel, right? I feel like there's got to be a reason why we are, yes, getting these combative, conflict driven scenes with Zach and Karen, but then he's always still giving us the nugget of they cool, they genuinely love each other, they have great chemistry. Short answer to your question, yes, he's definitely going to help her. Long answer to your question, I don't I'm not ruling out Zach spinning the block.
No, I'm with you. I had a conversation with someone in my DM via Instagram a couple days ago. A few people actually. It was about three or four people. I would not be the least bit surprised if Karen and Zach were in game because this is Tyler Perry. Now, do I want to see that happen? Hell no. Hell to the absolute no. But this is Tyler Perry, and I believe that he will do all the things. And this one thing that got me too. When Karen bought over the stuff for Michael, and she made the statement that I was an asshole. I said, wait a minute, you may have did a little too much, sis, but I wouldn't say you were being an asshole. I said, Tyler, really? So it just amazed me how to me it's almost like it's degrading at this point and has been. But she was an asshole. I said,
And
no.
see, even that, I didn't take it as degrading for her to say that. I took that as like, honestly, low key shots to some of these audience members who were just so dead set on Karen would never accept Michael. Zach and Karen would
There was a lot
she
of
would
them.
never accept
Yeah,
Michael. She would treat him so bad. She would not help
yeah.
Zach. Wait a minute, can't hear you. She done brought a second round of stuff. And they ain't gone back to the store for the first, but they want to go kidnap the boy again. Have y'all bought some sheets yet? Okay.
I didn't like her calling herself that. I'm gonna say I
An
was an
asshole?
asshole. I'm like, no, sis,
I mean,
that's
it's
not
not
you. Were.
rude. I don't know. I don't take a hole as that harsh. Like it's synonymous to me as rude.
Okay, well, if synonymous as rude,
For
then we
me
can go
though.
with that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you, yeah, I could see that. For me, I don't know, like an asshole. Just feel like you just being like I said, I think Karen did entirely too much. Like you, like calm down, chick. But I wouldn't say like you was being an asshole. But
Mm,
maybe a little annoying,
yeah.
irritating. But no,
Erica Jane
but
says she do not want that for Karen. We know, girl. We know you do not want that for
we
Karen.
know
But Tyler is
we don't
dropping
want. I
these
don't want to go
things.
either.
He is planting seeds, y'all. So just don't get your hopes just too far up now because it got to be something. Even like Karen going out of her way to, well, it's not out of her way. I'm being dramatic. To let Zach know that her and Aaron are done and it's just going to be her and her son or her child.
Yeah,
He don't need to know that.
no.
But you're telling them for a reason. Tyler, you got her telling him for a reason. And Zach has been in competition with Aaron for so long. I just wouldn't put it past him. So yes, he's 100% going to help her. Anything that Karen needs, I got him dropping everything to go help her. I do, especially if she's playing nice. There's nothing that
Yeah.
Karen will not get from Zach, maybe except for sex. In this moment, while he's still with her in a relationship with Fatima, the only thing that she can't have is sex. Everything else Zach is gonna get for her. Hope that answers your question.
This is like even with him asking, oh, so the preacher rubbing off on you, huh? Why did you have to bring him up?
The same reason why Fatima always got to bring her up.
Because if Karen bring up Fatima, no, don't do that. Don't do that. You'll be quick to shut that down, even if it came off in a sincere way. You're like, Karen, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna talk about Fatima. But you have no issue bringing up preacher man, as you call him.
Right. I don't think that that's a good thing, Erica James. I'm just saying I think that it could happen. I'm not saying it's good. I don't even honestly I don't even want it to happen. Like I would love for Karen to prevail. I don't know if that would be single or in a relationship by the end of the series. But I just want her to be up, like all the way up. And I don't feel like the Zachness is done yet in her story. Velma Young said, "What's with the wine for Team? You're with child, right?" That's what Allie wants to know.
That's what she said.
That is
What
what
she
Allie wants to
said.
know.
Maybe
But I
it's just
told you
so
in this
many kids
episode,
popping up. She want to be in the number two.
child.
Cause she
Bio.
did say she wanted to be the one to have his kids.
She did say that. I mean, Fatima say a lot of shit now. At this point, she just be saying stuff.
She do.
Bio. Tyler, why couldn't you leave well enough alone? Why did you bring this African man into her home to act a plum ass and almost get beat the fuck up? I'm just very curious. Y'all got thoughts?
Have, huh?
I was saying y'all drop in the chat what y'all thoughts are on Bio and why in the hell Tyler got him acting like that. But what you think, Allie?
I don't know that because I just have a hard time grasping the thing of Bio being homophobic.
Why?
I
It was
want to.
very like it was
I
very
just
clear. I know that you don't like Maurice, but you could not like Maurice and also
no,
not appreciate.
not even that because I don't. I guess for me, like the way that Maurice acts towards people is almost like he does it and he gets a pass because he's funny or he gets a like if Maurice did this to actual dudes in the street, he would get his head knocked off his body.
Right. Well, then have the problem because of that. Have a problem because you felt like he accosted you verbally. He didn't have a problem because of that. He had a problem because of who Maurice is in his lifestyle, and he said that out of his mouth.
Yeah,
So
going back to the first, like the initial thing, I just hate that whole storyline because I hate the way that Tyler wrote it. That's my issue.
and
I'm
honestly,
not a
how he
fan of
behaved
how he
with
wrote it.
Sabrina just backs up the massage noir and the homophobia that's steeped into a lot of black men. So
Ab-
I'm not
Absolutely,
I'm not
absolutely,
I don't have
absolutely.
no grace to give Bio, especially after calling her because she don't want to see you no more.
Oh no, no, that
Like
was just
let's go ahead with the
no.
stereotypical rejected man. Go ahead, like go ahead and let it play out, dummy. Like what do y'all think,
My
men, when this happens? Do you think that throwing a temper tantrum and calling her a bunch of bees is going to change her mind and make her want you?
oh no.
Like, so why are y'all doing that? It ain't gonna make nothing different. Go ahead, Ellie. What were you saying?
Same reason we see Zach calling these women out their names. Like if he gets offended, if he like he this like the it's just to me it's the same mentality. He don't care who it is unless it's something beneficial with that woman. He quick to call somebody the B word like it's their nickname. But I think the thing that got me with Sabrina now Byron already showed his behind with you. You had more of an issue with how he treated Maurice than how he treated you.
I don't know if I believe that. I think that that's what she said, but that's not how she felt. Sabrina does not
I
do
would
a
have
great job of
preferred.
sticking up for herself. So I think that it was
She does
easier for
not.
her to speak up
It
for
play
what
so
she saw
it
happening with
plays into
Maurice.
that. Absolutely,
Yeah,
it
but
plays
it's
into that, and I
100% about
think
how she felt. Like I believe that she's driven
absolutely,
to separate from him for how
absolutely.
he horribly he made her feel.
Absolutely. And I want that so much for Sabrina. Like I want to see her like just operating your truth. It's okay to say that this hurt you. You don't have to use somebody else to, I guess, like put your feelings on. He offended you.
But it's also somebody that you
Be
don't
quick
want to
about
see
that.
again. And I get the point of sometimes not trying to give people that, especially if you feel like they're intentionally being hurtful, right? Which Bio proves
Yeah.
himself to be. Why give him "you hurt me"? Why give him
Well, I
that?
wouldn't say you hurt me. I would have said how she said, "Well, I don't like how you treated my friend." I don't like how you treated me. Even if I don't want to go to the fullest extent of you hurt me, my feelings are bruised, whatever it was. I don't like the way that you treated me, and for that alone, I'm gonna be busy every time you want to do something. So that, or however she decided to word it. But I think because we don't see Sabrina really stand up for herself. Really, not at all. So I mean, and for me with Bio, you really a nobody in her world. So why do I need to hour my feelings to you?
Yeah,
This is
I
what
feel
it is.
like Sabrina definitely was deflecting and didn't include her own feelings, but I understood it because I also feel like that. Like I will tell people how I feel to a certain extent, unless I believe that you're like absolutely nobody and you don't deserve that. But I also am a lot more excitable about the people I care about versus myself.
Yeah,
So if
yeah,
you hurt or disrespect somebody that I love, I'm going to probably react 10 times harder than what you do to me because my default is just I ain't never gotta see you again. But what you not gonna do is come for my cousin. What you not like. So I don't know. I just understood all of it, and for him to go to that place for seemingly nothing, it was just like, okay, so clearly you've been trash from the jump. This been transactional from the
yeah.
jump. You were never a good guy. You are homophobic. So get your ass out of here, Tyler. We don't need to see him no more. And yes, Maurice can be
I'm
annoying. Yes, Maurice can be presumptuous. Yes, Maurice can be too forward, which okay, that could be dealt with and it could be accountable. But everything about Bio gives me he would do this to every gay person, not just Maurice.
yeah. I don't know. Me personally, I just don't like how Tyler wrote it. I don't like how he did that.
Yeah.
But and I think the same way I feel like with Sabrina, like using Maurice, it's the same way we've seen Maurice completely disrespect your sisters, your friends. You don't say nothing. Like you don't, Maurice, stop, or it comes off very like passive.
Well, I think that's a
Maurice,
little bit
stop,
different because
Maurice.
he's considered one of her. So, like, you also notice that she doesn't really get involved when the sisters are disrespecting each other. And he might not
He
be a part of
doesn't.
that group, but for all intents and purposes, Maurice is like the sixth sister for Sabrina. So I can see like it's different when an outsider got some shit to say than when somebody who's close to you, whose feelings you know care about as well. Not to say that it's okay, but
Yeah,
then also it's Andy. Like I don't care.
I know, and it's like even if Andy is a itch with a B in front of it, Maurice, it ain't your place to say that.
he, he told I wasn't fully listening, but I know that he told her, "Thank you so much. If there's anything I could ever do for you, let me know." And she said, "What is it that you could possibly ever do for me?" It's all off for me. Then he can say whatever the fuck he wants to her because who tells somebody that? Even if this person don't have as much money as you, don't have as much power, don't have as much prestige, but they have the gratitude of like whatever, like if there's anything that I can ever do to repay you, please let me know. And you look them dead in their face and say, "What could you ever do for me?" Girl, go to hell. But that's just me.
Okay. I didn't even have a problem with Andy saying that to him. I
You
really didn't.
didn't?
I ain't have no problem because I feel like that was disrespectful. Just like he done disrespected her several times. Y'all, this the tit for tat. Go
But
ahead.
see,
I ain't
I
have
also
no
don't
problem
take
with
I
it.
don't take the B word as disrespectful all the time. So that's just different because I
Well,
often
not
use it.
that, not that. But if a person tells you, I don't know you like that, I would appreciate it if you did not use that word with me. and then you continue to call me that 5 extra times,
No, he didn't.
then
He said I
slap a hole
didn't.
behind it, then
He said I
slap a hole behind it, me and you don't have a problem.
and you know what? I mean, I can't give him a pass because he's a black man and it's different, but like I do the same thing. Like I probably would respond the same. Like I ain't mean nothing by her. I mean, and I would probably be like, "Oh, my bad. You okay with her?" Like
Yeah,
I probably would say that. But
yeah,
I
but
use
not my.
those
And
words colloquially all the time.
yeah, yeah.
But yes, Maurice does like do a lot as a gay male.
He do
He
that.
does a lot, but
He do. He do so
I
much.
don't think it's malicious. And I think that that's a governing thing for me. If I can discern if you have good intentions or neutral intentions versus malicious intentions, then that helps me like navigate whatever it is that we're dealing with. Bio to me has malicious intentions. You ain't have no good intentions calling her that. You ain't had no good intentions telling her that you don't agree with his lifestyle because it wasn't even neutral. It was so supercharged of like, you know what? I didn't grow up like this. I'm really not comfortable. I haven't experienced a bunch of people like him. I would rather stay away.
Yeah.
That's different. But you like no. Same thing with Andy. What could you ever do for me? That's malicious. That was meant to belittle him, to make sure that he knows his place. And she does it all the time. She does it with Pam. She does it with the receptionist. Sometimes she does it with the damn girls. And you're not that fly. And you're dumb as hell. So relax, because you might be living in a penthouse now, honey, but you had to get knocked upside your head and suffocated to get it. So like, chill
Right.
out. But again, I'm not trying to like defend Maurice because I do think that he'd be wilding and he'd be doing too much.
Oh no, it wouldn't. No, but this is healthy debate because I do hear what you said, but my flag is planted on that
Do you think that
mountain or
Maurice is
hill.
malicious or has malicious intent?
Huh?
You think
I
Maurice
don't
has
think I
malicious
don't
intent?
think always. I don't think always, but I'm also someone also as well. Your intent may not be malicious, but it doesn't mean that your words still don't hurt or your words still don't affect someone. Because I think he said things to Sabrina
Yeah.
where she's had to say things to him like Maurice, don't say that to me. Don't talk to me that way. Don't call me out my name, and he still does it. So even if the intent behind your words may not be to cut or to bruise or to harm, those words still hold power that you saying to somebody,
Yeah.
whether your intent is, malicious or not. I'm just sort of like, I'm one of those people where if me and my friend are having a conversation and I say, hey, look, that right there, I'm really not cool with it. I don't expect my friend to be in that moment to be able to change immediately and not say something because I just brought up how I felt. But to be mindful, I think sometimes with Maurice, people can say certain things. I don't think he really takes. So I'm just use Sabrina. I don't believe he takes her feelings or what she says to him into consideration because he doesn't stop. He does the same thing. And it's not like the fact I don't like him. I just feel that Maurice just I feel like he plays too much, he do too much, and then when people do something to him, he's so defensive with why are you talking to me like that? You just disrespected this woman. Why do you care? So I know I do
So
feel what you said about with Annie because I think she's very classist. But when she said that to him, I didn't feel a way about it because I feel like that's the nature of their relationship. Like I just feel like
and I
that's just
think
the
that's
type
a
of dynamic that
I
they have.
I think that's a very important point to make because I am 100% on Maurice's head when he's interacting with Sabrina because she's different. Like the environment that she creates for their interactions is purely genuine. It's all love. He has no need to defend himself or to jump to conclusions or to get paranoid how he has, which has prompted some of the reactions that he has given her. And you're saying that he hasn't changed or he hasn't done anything different, but I think that we're just seeing it take too long. So like Tyler has extended it. Like now we're in the part of the storyline specifically when it comes to the whole jail situation where he is trying to prioritize Sabrina and her freedom over everything. And he's not disrespecting her. He's not like aside from like dragging his feet to get ready and all of that, we're not seeing the same things that he was given when he was throwing tantrums before. So that is actually a shift there. What I try to be mindful of and or at least just trying to see some blind spots that I might possibly have because I am not a queer person, so I don't know their struggle. I could imagine needing a certain amount of armor moving through life as a black queer person, as a black queer man. And when you're dealing with Sabrina, I could be on your head because she gives you nothing to fight against. So you don't need your armor here. Stop playing in her face. I'm gonna stand 10 toes down on
Yeah.
that. But for people like Andy who are classist and egregious, you do need that armor. You do need to come with a certain like, let me go ahead and let you know real quick so that you know that I'm not one of these ones to play with. She plays in Pam's face all damn day. And Pam be
She does.
keeping it cute and Pam is keeping it quiet. I'm not mad at Maurice being on the offense when he comes into contact with an Andy because people like that need to know who they can play with, who they not, because they're going to try everybody. And I think that that's what
Yeah.
he gives off. Like sometimes it could be too far, maybe it could be disrespectful, but I do believe some of it is preemptive of like, girl, just know I'm gonna go toe to toe. And I don't blame him for it because she's classist and egregious. If Andy was not a
Yeah.
malicious person and had pure intentions, then I would also be like, all right, Maurice, you don't need to be like this with this particular person because she don't have a smoke for you. But this person is navigating through life in most cases where people don't want to see you, definitely don't want to see you win, don't want to see you being loved, don't want to see you exist in your fullness of yourself. So I can understand having a chip on your shoulder sometimes and reacting to people in certain ways. Now, again, I'm not validating or defending everything that Maurice has done because he does take it too far. However, I think the nonverbal communication that happens, which speaks to intent specifically, because impact is most important, but intent matters. And impact is also affected by the environment that the impact is taking place in. I think that Andy would get less hostility from people if she wasn't a hostile person. And just because she's nice and she say things sweet and she's 5'4", don't mean that she's not hostile. Being classist and egregious is a very hostile position to take, specifically as a black person in mostly all white
Yeah.
space. It's very hostile, very fucking aggressive. So again, I don't give a about him having some kind of issues with her. Like I think about Calvin. Calvin would be another great example who has all of the best intentions for Maurice. He's not the one to try. He's not the one to have your armor up with. He's not the one to do that because you're literally safe with him. But for people you're not safe with, they're gonna get what they get. It might not be right, but it's how people survive. I
It
think
is.
it could
I
be
just think with
equivalent to
I think with
me.
Maurice. Go ahead.
I think it could be equivalent to me of like there was a time, especially when I was working in a nonprofit space around all of these white faces who just had it out for me, who had a problem with me outperforming my coworkers, who had a problem with me keeping to my fucking self, who had a problem with me dressing nicely, right? My defense mechanisms became like the bitch face. Like I look unapproachable
Hmm.
because bitch don't approach me. And it's because of that environment that y'all cultivate that you get this energy. There's two particular coworkers from this particular place that always have the sweetest Erica that these other people would never know existed. That's life to me.
Yeah, I think what you're saying is correct. I think that watching Sisters in the sense of how we've seen Maurice and Andy interact, they haven't had like many interactions. And the interaction that we did see, that's why I was like, Andy will always be my MVP in that episode where they was trying, Maurice was still in jail, and they're trying to help her. I mean, help him, excuse me. And he was just going off the wall. Like, I know you in jail. I know you in a very hostile situation, but she had to make it known, I'm not your friend. And the only reason why I'm even providing service to you or trying to help you is because Sabrina is my friend.
But even that
So
though,
I
Andy,
think,
like when she said that, I was just like, girl, y'all might not be tight like that, but you were kikiing and yucking it up with his ass at the gay bar 2 seasons ago. You were inviting people
yeah,
down to like our friend Maurice is having a thing. Like,
yeah, yeah.
let's be for real. But go ahead.
Yeah, but but that's just how I feel. I don't look at them as friends. Like, yeah, they were all down at the little the gay club or the gay bar or whatever for him. I never looked at them as friends. Even like his dynamic with Danny. Like I never looked at. I just felt like he is Sabrina's friend, and just by what's the word, proximity, he's cool with these other, like he's cool with her friends. Like I never really looked at it like he's their friend, but I just think I don't know. He just do too much for me.
Yeah.
He just do too much.
I don't
He just do
know.
too
I'm
much.
here for anybody to go toe to toe with Andy because she really think that she hot shit and she's lukewarm at best. It's very
Well,
much
she
so
does,
giving
and
her
I think even in this
refrigerated.
episode with the playing games. Oh, playing games is fun. Hell, for you knocking on 40 door. Play only games you need to be playing is spades and Uno.
Hello. And I bet you she don't know how to play
Playing
spades.
games with people's feelings, no ma'am, no ma'am. And I was like, dang, when Jordan did call, I was like, shoot, let us sweat, let us sweat, because Andy
Yeah.
really believes her mess don't stink. She really believes she's that chick. And Andy, Lord, when she told Fatima, oh yeah, Zach got a good one. I just said, Lord, I can't deal with Tweedledee and Tweedledum. I can't deal with them right now. I
Oh, I
can't.
didn't watch it.
I can't. I can't do it.
Not TikTok being
I
more
can't do
entertaining
it.
than Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Tyshawn said, "Can one of these ladies be in a healthy relationship? Can they?"
Can they? Can they?
Sabrina can if Tyler gives her a partner. I think Sabrina will
If
be able
yeah,
to do that easily.
I
Sabrina's the
believe
healthiest
so.
one of
I
them
agree.
all.
Yes, Wednesday Tall. Andy was that blue was fire. That blue was like that.
I mean, she's gonna be cute.
Baby,
She gonna be cute, child, but she's still a bird.
baby, I keep keyed with Danny and them pink shoes.
I didn't see him. I caught the moment
Oh, oh,
where Andy was like, I guess clowning them and like, whose shoes are those? But I didn't see him because I was again on TikTok.
yeah. Cause you know she wore Sabrina. She wore Sabrina clothes.
Yeah, but she looked cute from the
And,
ankles
and
up.
even then, Andy. First of all, we all know how Sabrina dressed. You know, she got her own little vibe. Just making fun of her attire. And I'm like, and don't nobody be saying that to you. We see your titties every Wednesday, cleavage every Wednesday. Don't nobody say nothing to you. Don't be dragging Sabrina. Let Sabrina dress how she
How
want to
she want a
dress.
damn dress.
She want to dress.
If
Leave her
Sabrina
alone.
had more confidence and self validation, sis would be operating on all cylinders, and I would be advocating for her to get all new friends except for Karen. Like Karen would be her hot mess friend, and then she could
Yeah.
get all others. Like
Yes, but I do want to see Sabrina be I do want to see her be in a healthy relationship. I really do. I really do.
I do too, but I don't know if I want it to be rich because Tyler has not canceled, bruh. So I am, and I think I might still watch it. So like, why you got Monty playing two different characters, Tyler?
I'm doing that, Tyler. Why?
I
All
hate it
the
so
actors in
bad.
Atlanta, all the actors in
All the black
Atlanta,
men, all the fine
really?
black men that are in Atlanta.
Girl, girl, girl. I just,
Ciao.
I just, I just can't.
Okay, we talked about Bio. Allie is letting Bio off the hook because she don't like
Hell, he
movies.
ain't off the hook. He ain't off the hook. I just said I didn't like how Tyler wrote that storyline. But when he called her that, because I was like, why you calling my friend out her name? It
Because
wasn't
she
that
don't
deep.
want to continue talking to
I mean,
you.
I understand. I understand why, but still, I'm like, what? Why you do like? Then you called her. You did it twice. You did it twice,
I feel like
and I'm just
Tyler
like,
should have let Danny fight him. Like I don't understand why that didn't go further.
girl, I don't know,
But
but
she got some
there is
children that
no
she need
need
to
for
get
us
some
to see.
aggression out for anyway.
There ain't no need for us to see Bio ever again,
That's what we said last
ever
week, and then
again,
Tyler popped his ass
ever
up.
again.
You think he gonna be sending
And
flowers
I'm
back to the
I'm gonna
bank when
miss
she go
seeing
back?
him. I'm gonna miss seeing him because he was a little cute chocolate drop,
Hell no. Mm-mm.
cute to me,
I can't do it, Allie. I can't do
little
it.
chocolate, little chocolate mint.
Once the misogyny is jumping off your ass, you're not fine no more.
Well, he's still fine me. He's still fine. Um,
Child.
what else happened? What else happened in this
Hayden
episode,
parading Tamara around and Zach almost getting them caught up because he want to be petty.
baby? Okay, I don't know if I saw it in our chat or somewhere else. Someone had made the statement, and if you did say it, please let me know. I just can't remember. They were saying that by Zach acting the way that he was acting, it has caused Tamara to be somewhat curious
Mm-hmm.
about what's going on. I can't remember who said that or who typed that. But I'm like, that Zach was doing entirely too much. No, you deserve her. You deserve her. And I'm like, Hayden's happy as all can be. I said, but Lord have mercy. And then with the, I'm sorry, how long have y'all known each other? I would have said almost about a week less than you've known Fatima.
Hello. That
Oh,
part. I'm trying to find a comment. I don't see it.
Erica James said, bring Kofi for Karen.
Ooh, hoo, hoo.
Baby, that's a combo right there.
Baby.
That's a combo
Queen
right
Sugar
there.
has ended. Queen Sugar has ended.
Hmm.
He needs a job. And listen here. I could get with it. And I can get with him beating Zach's ass when Zach finds out about him and gets jealous.
Hmm.
That's a
Hmm.
concept. I love it.
I like that. I really
Um,
like that.
I was looking for it. Yes, Tamira did start to get curious. So, like, is this going to be the thing that flips her? So she becomes less interested in, running this scam on Hayden when she could possibly get way more out of extorting Fatima and Zach?
I thought about that. I was like, okay. I'm like, because she did give that look like why this dude so amped up. Like she did give Zach that little look. I'm like, all she gotta do is just find out, Zach, who you are and get that money. She could have a bigger score. A
Hello.
bigger score.
All because you want to sit here and run your mouth and you don't know how to make it to your damn office that you pay for anymore just so
Okay.
that you can go play solitaire.
Okay. Because she obviously have displayed to us that she ain't scared of Fatima at all.
At all.
At all. I said, girl, do what you do. Tamara, as of now, and I'm sad to say, you ain't doing no wrong in my eyes. Do you, sis?
Mine either.
Do you?
But that scene went on entirely too long. Like,
Too long.
entirely
Yes,
too long.
ma'am. Yes,
Like,
ma'am.
sir, I
Yes,
don't need
ma'am.
them to say honey one more time. Dear, I got it, Tyler. I got it.
Understood.
Um,
What else happened?
we get to the end of the episode and Gary is there. What's the
Gary's
boy name?
there.
What's the little congressman name?
Jordan?
Jordan does have a nice house, oversized artwork and everything. I said, "Oh, Andy, you ain't the only one that got some nice."
What?
Um,
It's a little impressive. I said, girl.
but he got
Anyway.
his own. He did not have to bust his punani open for some psychopath to bless him with it.
Hmm.
I don't think I'm ever getting off of Andy's head. Like I just don't. I don't see it for myself.
I
Um,
don't
do you think Andy's going to out Gary?
think that there's definitely going to be a confrontation. Um, in a way, I do. Or she could. I guess because it's hard for me to feel like Andy is smart. So I don't know how she's going to play this because I think her ego is going to be bruised. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
going to be more about her ego. So that's the only way I can see her bringing this to everyone's attention. And also, you got Danny and Sabrina over
That
there. So I don't
part.
know how quiet they going to be.
That part.
That's the thing.
And like
Yeah,
Gary,
baby.
also,
But
why are you here, Tyler? Why are we giving him 9 lives to continue the menace? Like this is the part that I was just so not looking forward to.
I think as much as no, I guess Andy gets on my nerves. Like Andy, she really gets on my nerves. But when I tell, and even though she one of the sisters, and I love her, I am so looking forward to that face getting cracked next week. I am so here for it. I am so ready. I've been ready for this scene ever since they showed us the little thread that's gonna happen in season 6. I've been waiting for this
Mm.
because I'm gonna laugh. Like, do we know each other? Yes, we do. Do we? Gary, like, who the? No, you ain't familiar. I said that, baby. The ego that's gonna be bruised from this situation here. I'm looking forward to it.
Andy, find Jesus, girl, because if your ego is bruised by this, you got bigger fish to fry.
But did you see her face in the end
Mm-hmm.
of the on the preview? Oh my god, I was laughing.
It was like
I said, "Oh, baby hurt."
intensity. Like, girl, you don't even love him. You
He
don't know
was
what
hurt.
love is.
And
Thank God
Jordan,
Karen is not there. That's all I can say.
Jordan, run, baby, run.
Yeah,
I have
okay.
no
So what I
idea.
will say about this scene is like I now don't think he looks weird.
Jordan.
Yes. He was definitely giving me like can't take no for an answer vibes. Like
Okay, a creep.
yeah, it was very but now he seems cool. I'm still not a fan of I didn't catch all of it cuz again, I was on TikTok. But
Yeah,
he made a point of like liking her body or something and I'm just like I wish you could just decide to get to know people. You men and you women, I wish you could decide to get to know
yeah,
people and fall for people before you want to sleep with them. Fall for something about them, please, my God, because
yeah, yeah. He
the
said that to Andy while he was on the phone with her while Fatima was in her office. Like he was giving her all these compliments and everything like that. And I'm okay with giving compliments, but he makes me feel like you just want to bone.
mm-hmm.
Like I don't think like that's the kind like anytime oh it's your body and your dick. Like I understand with giving someone a compliment like oh you look nice or that color really makes your complexion pop or something like that. But you a little too sexually.
Driven and it's
It's too
annoying.
much.
It's a turn on for
Yeah,
me. But then the paradoxical thing about this whole thing is that Andy is that type of hoe though. Like
she
Andy
is.
prefers for you to objectify her at every turn. Like Andy don't think that you like her unless you objectify her.
Yeah, because even when Danny did have me laughing in this episode, baby, when she was imitating Bio when he was leaving.
Oh yeah.
And when she told, when Sabrina was like, maybe we should have a safe word or something. And Andy was like, okay, what's my safe word? She was like, girl, it's kind of hard because with you, we never know. You could F him or not F him. We don't never know with you. Well, I'm not gonna F him. Say, girl, I wouldn't be surprised if you and Jordan snuck off upstairs and got it in while your friends downstairs eating a meal. Okay, you're
You
that
are.
chick, Andy.
You are
You're
that
that
chick.
woman, like, and I think that's one of the things that really irritate me about Andy. Like, Andy is one of those when it's so I think for me it's so hard for me to I love all of them but it's hard for me to really like Andy because I think she's a horrible friend. I
And
think she's a horrible friend, just downright grimy, and at the same time it's almost like she views herself through these rose colored glasses. And it's like that's not you though. You are the
right.
chick, and I ain't say this ain't no diss to nobody if you have sex on the first date, but you are that person. Why are you acting like you not? Why are you
That's the
not acting like
biggest
you just had
issue.
sex with your boss and win a threesome and you only knew this man for a good maybe 7 8 days? You're that chick, so stop acting like you're so much higher than like that's you. That's who
And
you
and
are.
and that's the thing for me. It's like my issue is not that you a bird. It's that you a bird that's parading like you're not a bird and you don't own it. Like if you want to hoe, then hoe.
And no.
If you want to go toe to toe with every in Atlanta, go toe to toe, but stand on it.
Right.
Don't be preaching
Right.
about purity and all of this, that, and the third when you done gave it to any Tom, Dick, and Harry. Because I'm not out here trying to slut shame nobody, but what you're not going to do is play in
Right.
somebody's face as if you're not because you attach negative connotations to slutting yourself out. Like, girl, do your thing. It ain't for me, but I'm
Right.
not. That's not my body. It's not my punani you running around Atlanta with. My biggest issue is like when we are faced with these women being frauds. Fatima, I'm
I agree
struggling with
with
her
that.
right now because she presents herself and believes herself to be one thing, but her behavior shows another. Fraudulent activity. Andy thinks that she's the
Come on
princess
now.
of the land. Thinks that she's high and mighty, that she too good, that she better than everybody around her when she the dumbest, she the sluttiest. She's all of these things, which is like cool if that's what you're going to do, but she don't own it.
Correct.
It's like,
Correct.
if anything, you act like you Sabrina, but you're not Sabrina, babe. Sabrina is Sabrina.
Oh, that's a word, though.
Same thing for Daniela. You supposed to be the
That's a
real
word.
one. You supposed to be the one that's moving through life with her eyes wide open. Nothing gets past her, but you got all your trunk of your goddamn trauma on your back that you hiding from your so-called best friends, and you keep entertaining all these men because you think that if they love you, that you could possibly love you, and then you want to play like you ain't got no damn trauma. Girl, we see it. The trunk is big as hell. Your back should be broke by now. Fraudulent activity. Can't respect it. It's one of the reasons why I can't respect Karen, because she can be honest about, I'm tripping.
Everything. Yes. Yes.
So again, if y'all didn't catch the spark notes, you want to hoe, go hoe, hoe. Own it though. And I ain't mean to rhyme, but just own that
No, if it will. If you want to hoe, then go. Hoe. Period.
Go hoe.
Period.
Be safe. Go hoe.
Period.
And be proud of whatever decisions that you choose to make. Because the moment that you're not proud of it anymore, but you're also not taking the time to think, why am I not proud of it? Why am I trying to hide it? Why am I making this decision? Do I really want to do it? If I ain't seen all of that, now I lost all respect for you. Lost all respect. Can't quit it. I don't know if this chat refreshed. What's y'all's thoughts on Andy and this whole Gary pop up, Jordan, blase, boom? I literally don't have nothing to say. I don't give a shit.
I was getting ready to say, I don't give two hot damns. I just want to see Andy face crack, and that's it. That's all I'm looking forward to. Because my whole thing is something that you said earlier about, I think you said, like, why is Tyler giving Gary, like, these 9 lives?
Yeah.
Like, we already don't care about this character. He's despicable. Now you about to bring a chick in who is his fiance and she's pregnant. Why? We don't give a damn about Gary, Tyler.
We really don't.
We don't care. We don't care who he boning. We don't care. He finna bring another child into the world that he not gonna take care of. He's trash. He is complete and utter trash. We don't care about him at all. Love you, Cheeto, but can't stand Gary.
Period. His at this point he's written Gary into a circle where he can like literally only be a menace. He had one chance to redeem him,
literally
chose to not. So like at this point, why are we here?
Literally.
And the crazy thing is, we don't just not care about Gary, but for me in my house, I also don't give a damn about Andy. So it's like these two interacted. I don't care about the repercussions of none of it. None of these, unless it's gonna come back and smack Sabrina in the face, which just don't affect her at all. I have no stakes. I have no dog in this fight. I'm going to be on TikTok on this thing because I don't care, Tyler.
Tay Talk says, why was Gary creepy self there? Oh, Tay Talk. You know Gary is messing with Jordan's sister. That's his fiance and the girl that's pregnant with his baby. So that's why that's fam. That's brother-in-law right there. That's who that is.
Damn it. So that means that she's not going to out him yet. Fuck. She's not going to out him yet. I don't think Andy's going to out him until she finds out about the chick, the wife, the fiance.
The fiance.
She going to try to play it off next week. Bird behavior. She ain't even about this life. Like, Andy is like, girl, if you going to be classist and egregious and think you better than people, then own it. You need to be out here shitting on people, causing conflict. Be a menace.
She can't. That's why she don't do nothing.
Well, then that means that you need to get your attitude together and act right if you can't fight.
Can't fight. Journey with Cece said, do y'all think Fatima's character is redeemable? Because I'm low-key grieving her after the last few episodes. Erica, I think this is a great question for you. I am, and I am interested in hearing, like, truly your take on that.
I think it depends on what you mean by redeemable, because technically she's not a villain, and redemption arcs are typically reserved for villain characters or people who make villain choices. Um if you're saying redeemable to being like the series sweetheart, I don't know. Like, even thinking about a Fatima redemption arc, I'm like, well, what would that be? And it's like, well, she just has to, she has to stop being fraudulent. She has to stand 10 toes consistently across the things that she say she care about and believe. But most importantly, she would have to care more about herself than she do about Zach. And I don't got her doing that.
That's
So
good.
I would deduce no. She's never going to return to the Fatima that we met. Um, but I think the thing that I've had to make peace with, because I've had a similar experience a little bit earlier than you have, you got to make peace with this is who she's always been. But the enamor with her has came from lack of information on our part. Because honestly, it's just the more information that we get, the less likable she is. But it doesn't mean that she wasn't this person before. I hope that answered your question. I don't know if it did. Allie, did that make sense?
No, I think that was good. I think that was one of my issues with Fatima when she first came on the scene, because we don't know much about the women in general. Like, we really don't know much. And the things that I did, for me, the things that I did know about Fatima, it made me not really. I'm not gonna say it made me not that I didn't like her, but I was like, I don't think this character is too likable, because the things that we knew, the whole sneaking Gary into Andy's apartment, I was like, oh, hey, what you did that for? And
Mm-hmm.
then finding out that she messed with a dude that Danny messed with. Now you messing with a dude that Karen messed with, and the dude was a crackhead, stole from you, and you didn't give two damns because he was good in bed. So my thought of Fatima was, Fatima doesn't care how she's treated as long as a man is putting it down in the bedroom. That was my initial thought of the character. So when she got with Zach, I was like, oh, she just messing with him because he's good at sex. Never thought it would turn into something serious like this. And then when it did, as Zach made reference last week episode, when did our dynamic change? When did it switch?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what we're seeing now. But it's like you said, the more information we're getting about Fatima, it's like, oh, it's
And
worse than what I thought.
and honestly, I think that that's a really great point to make, Allie, because you had a little bit more like eyes open for Fatima from the jump. I think when it comes to characters, especially if you decide that you like them initially, then we start to fill in blanks and help the story along in our minds. And that's what helps us cultivate our like for somebody. And right now, what we're seeing is because we're getting more information, the information that we held in a space is conflicting with the true information. So now you're like having to grieve this character because she's not who you thought she was because you had concocted that. So like own
Yeah.
that you concocted that particular thing for her. And like I'm only able to speak to that because I've been thinking a lot about crushes lately. And I saw this on TikTok like months ago where somebody was like, a crush is simply um a lack of information. Basically pointing to like if you have a crush on
Ooh.
somebody, that's basically you having like for somebody that you don't have a lot of information about. And it's easy for you to like them because you don't have a lot of information. And I'm currently in a space now of like I like somebody and I'm just like, but then I'm starting to see certain things and it's just like, oh god. And now I'm relating it to these characters that we like. So like you can kind of unpack it in that way. To go back to the question of if she's redeemable, I guess the solid answer will be no, because this is who she's always been. So we can't redeem her to somebody that she's not.
Baby, that whoever said that on TikTok is the moment you said that, it made me think about someone I had a crush on in high school. And I'm like, I thought he was so fine and just girl. Then the moment I started talking to him, I was like, I wish I just could have kept my crush.
Girl,
Because now
I heard it
that
months
fantasy,
ago, and I think about everything like heavily, and it's not until now that I'm starting to see stuff, and I'm like, fuck. Now I'm learning. I don't want to
yeah.
know. Don't want to know this. I had never thought about it like that before.
That was a word. I was like, that's some wisdom, and it is because you're basing it off of either like their physical appearance or
Or the little
just so,
bits of
you don't
information
the little bits
that
like
appeals
yeah,
to
just
you.
look yeah, yeah, yeah.
Child.
Oh, that's so
I was thinking
good.
about making a TikTok about. Because I'm like, I wonder if I'm the only one who feel like this, but like, I am purposefully not following one person on
Okay.
anything else but TikTok, because if I come to your Instagram stories and I learn too much about you and then I hate you, I'm gonna be mad. So I'm like, is anybody else like only follow their crush on one platform because it's the safest place to do so, and you won't have your world shattered because you find out that they actually a boy and they love white women or whatever the case might be, with the other platforms that allow you to get to know different parts of their personality. But that's some Erica shit for another day, I guess.
I don't have a crush on anybody, but I think that if I did, I probably wouldn't follow them. For like for me, for the sake of like, it's a quirk. If I ask somebody like, do you listen to '90s R&B music? And if the man tell me no, I don't want to talk to you. Like you are
Why?
disqualified. Because, and I'm gonna tell you, and this may be childish of me, but I feel like men who don't listen to '90s R&B music, they're not really great in certain areas. Because what you listening to, my boy, what's putting you in the mood? Like where are you in that area? But that's just a passing thought.
Not what's
But
putting
I'm
you
just
in the mood.
like what you listening to? And so, but music is big for me. Like
Yeah.
it's a thing. And so it's like, well, what you vibe? Like, I don't what you vibing to? I don't know. But that is really good when it comes to like following people who you may have a crush on that you may actually like, and what that does when you find out who they really are. Oh, that's hurtful.
Child. Not y'all having crushes in the damn chat. Not us all out here on a wing and a prayer. Um, Journey with CC says, well, on live, Crystal said that Fatima character is drawn to Zach because he reminds her of her dad. Another red flag. Ma'am, you can't fix your dad. You can't make him stay. You can't now rewrite your mama and your daddy's story by way of trying to control and manipulate you and Zach's relationship to make it actually work out, because it didn't work out with your mama and your daddy. All of these are just giving me more reasons why they shouldn't be together. So y'all might want to stop telling me this stuff. I'm just saying. I ain't
Dad
even got a
left at
psychology degree.
9. Yeah. And like, I'm trying to understand because then her father left when she was like not 6 or 9, whatever. I think it was 9. Your dad left. He died. All of a sudden, your dad dead now. When did he pass away? From what we know of your father, he was in the drug game, the dope game. He was a gangster. That's that's why you like Zach. That's not saying much, ma'am.
Not much
That's
at
that's not saying
all.
no. No. And I've always wondered why Fatima like Zach or was drawn to Zach or with Zach. And tonight answer my question of why she's staying with him is because she does not want to be alone. So I'll deal with this. That girl said I will go through hell. I will go. I said, oh, okay,
You can have it,
okay,
mama. You got it. You got it. Because
hell.
I will be by my damn self and enjoy my own company before I do all that. No, ma'am. No ham. No turkey.
So lovely.
um, Velma Young said,
Let me,
"You made me
let
step
me look
back with
at some of
that
the
one after
comments.
you crush on someone now." But y'all just don't get no more information about them. Just stay where you at. Stay where you at. I
And
don't know what a rabbit
sometimes them
is.
crushes,
What'd you say, Allie?
I guess sometimes them crushes, boy, be lovely.
Lovely.
I've had only one. I had a question. I didn't say nothing, and then I'm like, so we end up talking, and I was like, I'm so thankful because I had wonderful experiences with him, and I'm so thankful that our paths crossed. And don't get me wrong, he ended up it didn't last or whatever, but um, I think it was my fault because I
Mm-hmm.
believe I was so enamored with him, like the way that he looked, like he was aesthetically like just gorgeous to me, and it was just like a really strong physical sexual attraction. He was a
Mm-hmm.
cool dude, but I was just like, I'm bored with you. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm bored. I was bored with him. He was he was a engineer. And so, like, when people would come and do concerts in Tallahassee, he would be the person that had all that connected all the little stuff or whatever. He
Mm-hmm.
was a comic book collector. Like, he was very different from any other dude I'd ever dealt with.
So what was
But I
boring about him?
think just like he just wasn't exciting to me. And this is I'm
No.
like 21. I'm like 21, 20. So I'm like buck wild at this time. And he was like, I'd be like, let's go
Oh,
out.
so
Let's
he was simple.
do.
Like he already
He was
knew the
like
things that he
very like
liked. He didn't
I
need. He
would like
wasn't
him
chasing
now.
validate. Yeah, he wasn't chasing
I would like him
validation.
now in
He
life.
had his
He was
hobbies.
just like
Okay.
just so chill, so like I mean, very very grown,
Mm.
very grown man,
Okay, so
and I wasn't
he
ready for
wasn't
that.
boring. He was too mature for you.
But to me at that time he was. At that's how I viewed him because it was like he was just like I remember one time he was so excited he was like I got us something I can't wait for us to use it so I'm like what is like I'm excited like I just got this for us. Girl, we get to his house. This dude had brought a damn extra controller to a video game. Said, oh, I don't play video games. He was like,
Nah, I don't
no,
play video
let's
games. Your
play.
man play video games. You play video games sometimes,
Girl,
Allie.
it was like stuff like that. And I was just like, no. But I'm like, now I could appreciate who he
Mm,
was at that time. But I just had just the hugest crush on him. But, good dude. And like I said, that was my fault. That was just my
it
fault.
sounds like your
Like,
friend. I ain't gonna hold you. But it also sounds like
it
maybe y'all
was.
weren't equally yoked, especially at that time. Like you probably couldn't get
Oh,
him what he
hell, we
needed.
were not.
You know.
We were not.
Child, I'm hanging on to a crush right now, and I'm like, it wasn't like a sexual attraction to begin with. It was more so the person's mind and their vulnerability. And then, like for me, that's where I'm at. Like
That's sexy. That's
once you like you get me here, then all of a sudden you the finest thing fucking walking. And I like swear to God that I would not. There's a specific thing with this dude's hair. I was like, I will never like another dude who has hair like this. And he has this fucking hair, and I'm like, what in the world? Okay, you the exception, nigga. But whatever. We're keeping it cute and copacetic in
them
here.
exceptions good too. Now you feel me? I'm just saying.
I
Serene, hold
can't.
on.
But here, let me see
BD
this.
Derrick said so. Fatima dated Danny X. Oh yeah, yeah. She we found out this. I don't remember the episode, but it was an episode where all the girls when they had a girls' night out at that little restaurant,
Season
and
season
it was season two.
season 2, episode 11, I think, because Karen has that red trench coat on and she got the
Yeah,
preacher man
red,
head.
Girl, you better know the episode.
Karen looked good, and there's certain
Oh,
moments
she
of this
was
season that
serving.
I just for Karen specifically, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this. I remember this. I remember this.
Karen was serving. She
Okay.
was serving. But yeah, but the story behind that is they were talking and Danny said someone's name and Fatima was like, she had dated him. He had stolen from her because he was a crackhead, but he was good in bed, so she didn't care that he stole from her. But yeah, so she's been with two of the sisters' exes.
Yeah, and even going back to that moment, because we want to play like all the sisters are hoes and they're beneath you, but you was breaking your damn neck to go kick it with them.
On, come on.
Anything else, y'all? We need to talk about from tonight's episode. The episode's whack. Did y'all give y'all ratings? What's the ratings? I'm gonna give this episode a big fat ass one.
I only saw 3.9. That's the only one I saw.
Drop y'all's ratings in the chats. I'm trying to read them.
I agree with you.
What'd you say?
I agree with you about the number for
Oh,
your rating. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you what I said. I said when Erica asked this question, I said this probably gonna be the first time I'm just gonna have a question mark as my response. It was pretty low, so I'm gonna go with one. You said one. That's about, yeah. I'll go with one because I was gonna give it a question mark.
Jay Tucker said, "Hold on, a crackhead, a crackhead."
And
the
y'all gotta
thing
go back
is,
and watch
Allie,
that entire scene.
when you were recounting how you saw Fatima from the jump, it just reminded me of all the things I ignored just so that I could pedestalize her. And it's just like you only have yourself to blame. You only have yourself to blame because these things were actually said. And what did you think she was joking? I don't know. I feel like
Yes, she
maybe I
was.
was just like, okay, well, everybody do dumb stuff in their 20s.
Yeah, I don't think this was in 20. I
Yeah, I
think
don't
that was
think it
like.
was either. Oh my god. Tyler. Speaking of which, while y'all continue to drop y'all's ratings, please let us know in the chat. Drop your ratings and also give this live a like for us, pretty please. I watched Maxine's son, the Tyler Perry
I
story.
watched it yet. Did you enjoy it?
So I think I fell asleep for the last part, so I might gotta go rewatch the last part. But it's not because it's boring.
Okay.
I actually did enjoy it. It almost made me want to like, well, not almost, because I think I do get Tyler Perry grace. Like, I'm not on the bandwagon of like feeling like he's a colorist and feeling like he's doing certain things, even though I do understand those points being made. When y'all like articulate specific things, I'm more so like the audience. I think draws that energy. Um, but what the documentary did for me is just remind me of all the adversity that he had to face just to get to where he is. So I kind of want to say like it makes me want to be more graceful with him, but at its core, my critique for his work comes out of love, comes out of appreciation, comes out of respect and like knowing that he is just so perfectly positioned to be truly excellent and not just sometimes excellent. Like overall, he's excellent, right? Like what he's been able to accomplish, what he's been able to amass is definitely black excellence. But that don't mean we lose track of the little details. So I spent a lot of the time watching it and being reminded of certain things, and then also learning of specific things I didn't know happened in his life. Kind of conflicted of like, oh, well, people be saying way worse stuff. Like basically, people were talking about he produces malt liquor malt liquor movies, and I was like, wait, somebody actually
Wow.
said that. And it was like they had a bunch of voiceovers from like different things. Like he has clips from like everything over the course, from everything from when he was putting out the plays all the way to like his first film and Lionsgate, and like you got peeks into certain conversations, and I'm just like, damn, like that's harsh. Malt liquor movies, like it's given, that's a little racially fucking driven, but okay.
It
So
definitely is.
it made me feel like damn, like maybe I shouldn't be so hard on Tyler. But for me, I'm like everything that I say specifically when it comes to Sisters is because I want the show to be better. Because I know it can be better. Because it has everything that it needs to be better. It's not poking fun or teasing at something that's completely unattainable for this particular circumstance with this particular medium. And one of the big points that he talks about is how people don't look at his work as art. And I'm like, but I do look at it. It's your art, it's your stories, and even they could be better. So that's kind of what I took from it. I did enjoy it again, um, but looking and seeing and being reminded of all that he's had to persevere through is intense.
Yeah, I think, and I think whatever, I can't remember if it was last week or the week before, when you and I were talking about, the our critiques of Tyler's work, and of course it is art. Anything that any person does, they're creative, it's their art. And I just feel like, and it goes back to what you just said. When I watch certain movies of Tyler's, or when I watch certain plays of Tyler's, it's like I understand from watching that he does have the capacity to write incredible stories, amazing stories, touching stories,
Mm-hmm.
transformative stories. But when I see Sisters, it's like I understand it being a dramedy where it's drama and comedy combined, but it gets to the point where things start to become outlandish. And it's like I stand on the fact that I believe that Sisters could be 100 times better than what it is if I feel like there was more emotion put behind it. Because I feel
Mm-hmm.
like for anybody to accurately and intentionally write 8 shows simultaneously, that is, I tried to write 2 books at the same time. There was no way. And I'm
Yeah.
looking at somebody who's writing 8 different TV shows. You have all these different characters. They all have a different tone to their speech. How? How? I just feel like, to me, I think, to be perfectly honest, I feel like I have been disappointed in Sisters, and even hurtful, because I remember when Sisters and the Oval came out, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna like the Oval, so I've never watched it. I was like, but Sisters, I think this gonna be the one, and I really had such high expectations for it, and when I saw like the direction it was going in, it just got shattered for me.
And I think
As
that
a
that's T, like, because at the end of the day, it is doable because he's done it, right? And he's only
yeah,
been able to amass what he's amassed because he did the impossible. I honestly am
yes,
thinking about, like, you need to get your ass back writing. Good, like, focus, because so much of what he was talking about, like, that got him through and got him to where he is like literal, unadulterated focus and like a knowing. Like, he just had a knowing that he was going to make it, that he was going to be rich, he was going to be able to provide for his family. He was like, he just was
yeah,
going to be able to do what he needed to do. I'm less critical on his entire body of work and more critical on feeling like things are just staying the same. So for me,
yes,
Sisters didn't start out perfect, but I accept, like, where it was at, I was perfectly fine with. It's the lack of progression now
yeah,
with the media that you're putting out.
yeah,
Because even, and I'm not trying to give anything away because I want, I want you to be able to enjoy what it is once you watch it. But he pulls from a lot of his lived experiences, and he's had a lot. He has a lot of trauma, honey. And
he
he
does.
he pulls, he says that he pulls from that, and that's where he's able to get these characters from. And I'm just like, but also, sir, at this point, you haven't experienced those things in 17 years. So
Come
where's the
on,
new stuff?
where's the healed part of the
Not
writing?
even the healed stuff. Where is your new trauma? Where's the survivor's remorse? Where is the backstabbing friends and the complicated dynamic? You and your cousin, your real cousin from New Orleans, are still cool, and he was very active throughout this damn documentary. How did you keep that relationship when you became Tyler Perry and he was still cousin so and so? Like, you have all of these experiences that you almost are kind of in arrested development with your past trauma, that you are not even allowing us to experience who you are in the present and who you hope to be in the future. And not to say that you have to abandon those stories that got you where you were, but you can at least start to sprinkle in the new stuff. For me, I understand knowing your audience and all of that, but now your audience has grown to a certain level where your audience is not just the people in the chitlin circle no more. Your
Yeah.
audience is not just the people who don't know no better and the people who are being abused and the people, like, there are so many people within your audience. And at what point do you decide to service everybody, or at least try your best to give a little bit more to everybody? And then, going back to my original point, get out of the arrested development of those particular stories that you knew frontwards and backwards, and start to incorporate the new ones. Your best friend is Oprah Winfrey. Why don't we have a show about two well-to-do Negroes that money is no object and how they navigate that?
Yeah. Do you think that, and I know he said this several times, knowing his audience and knowing what they expect of him, do you think at some point that becomes an excuse not to show growth in his writing? Or is that a fear to show a certain growth in the writing? Because as you stated, your audience has grown. Like I stated, for those who started with Sisters, if you were 19 when it started, you're 23 now.
Mm-hmm.
So your audience has matured. So to say I know my audience, okay, but people grow, people change, people shift, people come into money,
I
people
mean,
who where is that?
so what's the first part of the question?
Do you think it's he's using it as an excuse not to grow or to keep his writing at a certain level?
I don't know if he's using it as an excuse not to grow. I think he's using it as an excuse to ignore new segments of his audience. Because at its core, I don't want this to sound bad, y'all, because I promise y'all I am not classist and egregious. But the ignorant folks are still riding with him, okay?
Oh, absolutely.
The
Yeah.
ignorant folks is there because they in our comments, Allie.
Yeah.
The ignorant
Oh, yes.
ones who don't really
Yes.
get it and who are surface level and who are stringing together storylines that he didn't even tell their asses, they are present. They not missing a thing. But I do think it's giving them an excuse to ignore the others, which I guess could be fine. I honestly, in watching the documentary, I'm curious as to if it's something that Tyler even wants to do. Because maybe I gotta go back and rewatch the end because I think I fell asleep on the end. I'm like, what the hell do you want to do next? Because one of the things that became very clear that he said was that these movies and these shows are not about other people. They're about him. They are about like pieces of him in every last one of these things that he's doing. He's able to cultivate it and create it because he's pulling from this imaginary world that he built when he was being beat to damn near death by his daddy when he was 7, and like that
Yeah.
sustained. Like, so if everything that he's created thus far is at its core about him and what he wants to say, what he has experienced, what he sees, maybe he don't want us to know the new Tyler. But then I would rather you say that. Like, tell me why. Why
Yeah.
are we stuck here? So I don't know. I didn't answer your question. I don't know if it's like an excuse to not grow. I definitely think it could be an excuse to ignore others. And maybe that part of the audience, that segment of the audience that he keeps referring to as the audience, is the only ones he actually feels safe with.
Really got to watch that documentary because now it's making me think. And I'm going to use the character of Karen because he specifically told this story while he was on the after show. Because it makes me think that you know how something happens in your life and you may have wished it went another way.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes me think that because he said these shows are about him and if there's a piece of him in all these different characters, does he use the show to rewrite history
Mm-hmm.
or to change it in a way that maybe gives him a sense of satisfaction or control.
Right.
Because I know for sure the character of Karen is based on the chick who didn't want nothing to do with him, but when he got some money, now she want to be all up on him
Really?
or whatever when he didn't. Yeah, girl, he said he told that story because that's what he used. He was trying to use it for Karen, and the girl was like, "Nah, that wasn't it. Like she was with him way before, you know." But that's the story that he used, and he told the woman that, you know, basically if she would have stuck with him, her entire life would have been different. Like you would have had the private planes, you would have had this. So it makes me think is this kind of your way to boast about you
Mm.
being the Zach didn't have, now you have, and the woman that you wanted, now this is my way to kind of make her, I don't want to say suffer, but this is kind of I have the control to write this character to fill out what I may have wanted to happen to
Right.
her. Like that's how it makes me, that's how it's making me feel. So I definitely want to watch
Was it the first or
the
second after
documentary.
show?
Huh?
Was it the first or second after show?
Oh, I can't remember.
Because I
Oh
don't
God.
remember that, but that
Maybe
that
it was the first
makes
one.
sense.
Yeah, he told that story, and I think that's why a lot of people have like an issue with him when it comes to the character of Karen, because he shared that with the sisters. About the woman who didn't want, he was using it in comparison kind of to
Yeah,
the Karen character. And I'm like, well, you can't really compare that because Karen was with Zach when he didn't have.
yeah,
She took care of him. And I think I said last week, like Tyler actually forgets what he wrote because when the sisters was bringing up everything that Zach had did to Karen, he asked them what show was they watching. And Manon said the one you wrote. So it was like, you wrote this
I get
and you just forgot.
right.
Oh, Journey
Child.
with Cece said she think it's the first one, the first after show.
Okay, I'm gonna go back and watch it. Um, Velma Young gives it a 2. When Tay Talk gives it a 2. Shakana gives it a 3.8. Jay Tucker gives it a 2. Not Zach and the guy from Acrimony. The guy from Acrimony was raggedy. I don't give a shit. Yeah, she went a little crazy at the end, but he was raggedy, okay? All right,
Heated debate with my brother about that darn movie, child.
y'all.
Eat it.
Anything else we missed? I'm really surprised we got 2 hours out of this, and because
Me
I really
too.
didn't think I had anything to say.
Child.
But you good sis always got some to say.
And I think the more we talked about it too was like more so like revelation.
Mm-hmm.
This episode, like, okay, that's how Fatima feel. Okay, boom, boom, and it's really sad. A lot of women do feel that way,
Yeah.
but you gonna choose him. But yeah,
Child. And if that's what you wanted the woman to go through, that's a lot. Like, just go ahead and find whoever when you get there, because golly, shit, who wants to go through all that?
where do you go for Thanksgiving?
Girl, I'm not doing a damn thing because I'm not celebrating this colonial ass holiday
I was just about to ask you. I was just about to
genocidal
ask you,
ass
do you
government.
celebrate it?
I mean, I'm not going back home. So if I was home, I'd be
Oh,
with
okay,
my
okay.
family. But also, it just don't feel right. Like, the U.S. is so trash, and I'm over it. Like, I just want everybody to leave everybody the hell alone. Get off their
Please,
land, leave their
please.
resources to them. If you want something, buy it from them, and stop it. Like, just can stop it. Like, I can't even lean into. I actually started cooking, so I like macaroni and cheese. That's baking upstairs. Um, I started cooking like a few things just so I can have a little whatever, but
Yeah,
I can't really lean into it because it just feels so trite. Like it just feels weird to me to celebrate it, especially in the specific time that we're in. And then I'm also like boycotting a bunch of stuff, like trying to be anti-capitalistic and like not trying to buy anything so that we can make these pockets hurt. So yeah, I'm not really doing anything. I'll probably go to the park, maybe the beach with my dog, and probably rewatch a bunch of stuff. Call up some friends and watch some things with them. I don't know. Might go live on my personal channel tomorrow. Who the hell knows? What you doing?
I'll be with family.
Okay.
We gonna get together, and I told him like I'm coming, but I think it's gonna be like from like 1 to 4, so it's not very long. Cause I want to be back home before it get dark, cause it get dark at like 6 o'clock.
Hello.
Um, but other than that, let's all try to get together and whatever. We have like a little cold front. Like the high tomorrow is 72. Okay, y'all, I'm from Florida, so 72 in Florida, that's something, all right. But so we just gonna get together, enjoy
72.
each other for a little bit, and everybody going back home. And I plan on watching movies because Kingdom Business come on tomorrow, which I'm probably gonna watch that tonight. When we get
Yeah.
out, Kingdom Business, and that's it. I'm just enjoying not going to work.
Okay. Yeah, y'all. I think because I know we were talking about the people in my Kingdom Business Live last week said there wasn't gonna be a new Kingdom Business, but it's a new Impact, whatever that little reality show is with them people in Atlanta. So I think that there is a new Kingdom Business. BET Plus said I don't give a damn about this holiday. I'm trying to figure out like new ways to articulate it and like what's the words to use to not use Thanksgiving, but like what could this be? Because it's still the time that people get off. So I want to like figure out what my new traditions will be that will not be dishonoring the native people to the
Right.
U.S., but then still, using this time. Okay, one day talk, turn up. Miami is always a good
Are you gonna
time.
be in Florida next week? All right, happy early birthday.
Yes. Hawaii. There's all types of stuff. The U.S. needs to mind its goddamn business and stop using my tax dollars. And I'm over here paying $400 a month for health insurance, and y'all over here subsidizing other niggas' health insurance and their education. The math ain't mathing, Joe.
It ain't. Get on the phone for that.
Child. Over it. So yeah, I'm gonna vibe out with my damn dog. I'm trying to make sure I don't catch this little doggy disease that's apparently sweeping the nation right now. Life is life.
You know what? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Life is fucking life. 700 Tay. Girl.
For health insurance?
It's an absolute hell no. The year before last, I was paying $5. And I said I will never do that shit again. I will just not get no. And I can't. Even, maybe I'll have this conversation on my personal channel tomorrow because the way the U.S. got me fucked up, it's ridiculous. They got everybody fucked up, but yes, new Kingdom Business episode. I'll still do the live. I am gonna still do the Kingdom Business live tomorrow. You damn right. I ain't doing shit else. I need to rewatch the Sistas episode apparently because I wasn't listening.
Erica, I'm gonna need you to because I want to hear your thoughts. I can't wait for your review because I definitely want to hear your thoughts about the conversation that Andy and Fatima have.
Child.
I'm looking forward to that.
I'm
really
going
wasn't.
to watch Black Hamptons because they coming back with a season 2. First week of December, which they made me mad because I didn't watch them because they only have 4 episodes, and apparently it was only 4 episodes.
It better be more than 4.
Huh?
It better be more than 4 episodes.
I'm like, what the hell are y'all doing? This is giving UK. Only the UK people can do this because this is what they do. But what the hell are y'all doing? 4 episodes? I'm gonna watch that. Also, y'all, there's a bunch of like BET Plus stuff on Netflix right now. We ain't a huge fan of Netflix,
it is.
But First Wives Club is over there. Family business is over there. I just started seeing the pop up. I'm like, it's quiet as kept. Yeah. My little conspiracy theory is that's how they was able to keep all the networks from conceding and breaking the strike and leaving Netflix ass out to dry. They agreed to buy some of their damn licensing so that they would hold the line. But I don't know if that's true or not. I just feel like it because why the hell are these damn
it
shows on Netflix now?
It makes sense.
Child. But that's between us. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. Thank you, Allie, for another great conversation, child. You are literally helping me through this because I don't know if I'll be able to do it without you, honey.
Always. Oh.
Y'all enjoy your holiday. If you can abstain from buying anything, you don't need no 10% off toaster or no TV. We are boycotting, okay? You don't need it. Don't buy it. It's time for them to respect us, okay? And the only way we can do that is if we vote with our damn dollars. You wait. Wait a couple weeks. They only doing up to 20% off. Black Friday ain't even Black Friday, and I get used to Black Friday. So, like, don't buy okay? That's my TED Talk. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Have a wonderful day.
Y'all have a
with family. Enjoy it, but don't let them stress you out.
Please don't.
Know your limits.
Know your limit, and if you got a car, that means you can leave at any time.
At any time, unless you're drunk. But that goes hand in hand with knowing your damn limit. Now,
there we go.
We're going to have to see you here next week. Y'all asses better be in attendance next week. Don't be messing up this weekend because you didn't cut up too much. Y'all need to go take a
Please
little walk around the block with the cousins, cause y'all do what you gotta do, but just be safe.
please.
All right, y'all. Have a great night. We'll see you next week on the next live.
Good
I'll see
night,
you tomorrow
y'all.
if you watch Kingdom Business. Check out Allie Nick's
Yes,
channel
yes.
this weekend for her breakdowns and previews. Back Down Memory Lane will be back as well next month, so look out for that.
Probably this month. I'm gonna have one coming out this month. I have some Moesha stuff coming out. I'm gonna have some old to black sitcoms because it's
Ooh.
time to talk about some of this.
I'm almost finished rewatching Girlfriends, and I'm about to start it again.
All right now.
I'm in season 7.
All right
Child,
now.
Joan in that damn green dress when she got drunk at that fucking party and crashed her Porsche.
Why I just saw that episode the other day, and baby, that car. I said, baby, she done lost. She done threw up her car trash. I said,
I
oh
said,
my god.
Joan. Y'all hit
No.
that like button if you haven't already. We will see y'all later. Good night.